good week for the Cowboys last week on the road, where they have struggled this season. 0-4 in their first four and just 13.5 points per game. Obviously, that number went way up on Sunday, as did their yards. Zeke's yards, as you saw in the video. Also, turnovers, super important in this one. That number actually down, as you see at the bottom of your screen. Why is all of this important? Because they are headed back out on the road again this week to play the Falcons in Atlanta, where Dallas hasn't won a game since 2006. That is 2 years before that guy throwing the ball joined the team. A guy who's playing really well this season, by the way, but fighting this week to get back to 500. More on that now. Here's Tiffany Blackman.
Quarterback Matt Ryan said the Falcons need to have a championship mindset regardless of what happened the week prior. And they are going to need to have that approach when they go into this game against the Cowboys this weekend. Dallas is riding some momentum after a huge win against the Eagles, but Ryan said that is not what concerns him right now.
You know, my concern is with us playing the best that we're capable of playing. And I feel like week in and week out, that's good enough to get the job done. We have the right amount of talent. We've got good enough players, good enough scheme, all of those things that if we can control playing our best, we're capable of winning every week. We respect them coming in, though. They're playing well. They played really well last week on both sides of the ball, and know that it's going to be a tough, four-quarter challenge for us.
The Falcons could soon get back the Matt Ryan of their defense. That would be linebacker Deion Jones, who was activated from IR from a broken right foot. They are taking it day by day, and we won't see him back in the lineup until they fully feel he can be himself.
Well, I'm surrounded by Super Bowl champions here. We've already heard from Willie on the show. Sean O'Hara joining the Total Access Posse. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm going to be better if you can tell me something about this Falcons and Cowboys matchup. Last time we saw the Cowboys, they looked like a different bunch on offense. What's the recipe this week? Same thing?
The secret to success, I think, is three things. And I'm going to start with the three keys of success, all right, for the Cowboys.
The three food groups?
Yes, it is. I'm going to start with Zeke Elliott. High volume touches. He had 25 touches, right, for 187 scrimmage yards, 2 touchdowns. Scheme runs and find creative ways to get him the ball out of the backfield. When he touches the ball that many times, this offense has a lot of success. And then on the other side of things, we all talked about and wondered what the passing game will look like. Cooper, okay, you got to win outside. These receivers were winning outside, and they were winning the one-on-one battles. Get the ball to Cooper. Gallup stepped up. We saw the one-on-ones. What Cooper did, it opened up everything for all the other receivers. Dak was able to throw the ball downfield, 270 yards passing. And then guess what? When you get up in a football game, you turn Marinelli's defense loose. So you get the pass rush. You get these schemes and these design guys with these games and studs up front. They get after the quarterback. They're one of the best defenses in the league at putting pressures on quarterbacks and finding ways to get turnovers.
Leighton Vander Esch is starting to play some nice football, too. The rookie, he was not the most well-received first-round draft pick in the history of the Cowboys franchise.
They appreciate him now, don't they?
They appreciate him now. You got that right. Flip it over to the Falcons here for me, Sean. Find me a difference maker for Atlanta.
Well, for Atlanta, really, it's Matt Ryan and really his two receivers, Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. This is the one thing that I think is a mismatch for the Atlanta Falcons against the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys can cover these guys. And I think for Dallas, I think when you look at their defense and really can they not give up the big play, you look at offensively, I don't know if Dak can keep up with this. Dak still hasn't thrown a 300-yard game this season. He's only got 11 touchdowns. Matt Ryan's got 21 touchdowns. 10 of them, Scott, are 15 yards or more, so they've got that big play. I think when you look at this offense, they're one throw away from breaking the game open. And I think that Dak can put the pressure on Dak. And now all of a sudden, they can't use Willie's wisdom. And if they find themselves down, they can't lean on Zeke. They're going to get away from the run game. So I look at the Falcons. They're coming off an awful loss against Cleveland, where defensively they gave up 211 yards rushing. Nick Chubb went Chumbawamba on them. And I think when you look at what they did offensively, I mean, they totally wet the bed. Matt Ryan had 2 fumbles. They on 4th and 1 down on the goal line, they didn't convert. So they basically gave the game up, and I'm sure that they're salty about it right now.
They went pass happy and didn't run the ball. That could play in the Dallas's
That's
favor.
been a narrative for them for a while.
A couple of nice things for the Falcons. One, you're going to see Matt Ryan, our special guest after Thursday Night Football. Tomorrow night right here on Total Access, Matt Ryan will join us. And the Pro Bowl linebacker, Deion Jones, who had been out since week 1, he's back with them now, so get him back in the fold. That'll make a difference. Okay, Dallas Cowboy fans, what is about to happen next here on NFL Total Access may be disturbing to some. We have put James Jones over at what we call the touch screen with the Dallas Cowboys remaining schedule.
It's bad.
He is going to predict the future live before your eyes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. But listen, I'm just going to speak off of what I see, man. They played well last week, and I'm a believer in Zeke, but I'm not a believer in Dak. Right here, the Falcons in that dome with that high-powered offense for the Falcons, that's a loss. That's a loss. That's a loss.
They will not accept it.
I don't know. Then the Redskins come into town. The Redskins, I love what Alex Smith is doing, not turning the ball over. They play D. That's a loss, and it ain't working. That's a loss, and it ain't working.
You know why it's not working?
I'm just trying to tell you.
Cowboys fans are everywhere.
The touchscreen does not believe you. I get it. I like the slow-down ball with the Washington Redskins and how they've been playing it. But if Dallas Cowboys offense can go out and be explosive and they get ahead, I just don't believe that offense for the Redskins can catch up.
I know Jerry Jones owns a lot of stuff around here, but dang, you gonna mess my touchscreen up, Jerry? God, please, I ain't doing the Cowboys like that. But the Saints, that's a loss. They ain't let me press
I'm keeping manual count here.
They're gonna win this one. I'm gonna say they're gonna win this one right there.
Philly.
Yeah, they're gonna win that one.
Hold on, I'm going liar, liar. Pants are on fire. There's no way they're sweeping the Eagles.
They just beat them at home, Sean.
Sweet. Andrew Luck, I love him. They're going to lose this one, and then they're going to finish out the last two with W's right there. And that's going to put them, you can't see, 7-9. Hey, don't be messing with my touchscreen, Jerry. Don't do that, man. 7-9 Cowboys, they missed the playoffs.
Wow.
Loss, loss, loss. Win, loss. Win, win. But those two wins you're saying will not matter there. All right. James, we appreciate
Good job,
that.
JJ.
No problem.
Well, I say we appreciate that. That was your job to do.
Not JJ, not JJ.
I'm not so sure Cowboy fans appreciate that. Hey, Lindsay, you're going to join us right now with a little bit more on another matchup of two teams going in two different directions.
Yeah, it is the rivalry game that Willie McGinnis thinks is bigger than Steelers-Ravens. He said that in our meeting today. Definitely got my attention. Also a raised eyebrow or two. But then he backed his statement up with reasons, and he will share those with you after the break.